Hello everybody, welcome back to the shop for another exciting Thursday morning episode of Bob TV. Brought to you in Philovision, baby. Feel how smooth that is. Okay guys, I didn't get much done last night besides Survivor, but I worked on it all day. What's some feet there? Had a heck of a time with this gear door over here, man. I fought this dude for hours. I finally got it working. Still rubbing a little bit right here. Ended up having to put, in the book it said put a wedge in there, and I put a wedge in there and it was too much. I tried to lower it and it wouldn't open. This and that. Then what it looked like I needed to do was sand this way off. And shorten the dang hinge, and then ended up playing with it and put an angle on that piece of wood down there. It's nothing over here and just a frickle over there, and moved my hole and finally got it to work. There has to be a pretty good gap here. There is on the other side too, because that bomb rail's got a pretty good sized lip on it right there. It's still barely touching in that corner. Next time I take it off, I need to sand it just a little bit. Got this one done. Then we're ready to sand and skin. Had to heat them up a little bit. I got to heat this one up. I haven't did it yet, and kind of form it to the fuselage a little better. But it don't look bad. And how can something that looks so easy be such pain? But how I did all these, it was pretty simple. Okay, especially these ones here. All I had to do is screw them to the fiberglass, tape them in place, go on the inside with my pin vise, make one little hole just to make sure they're going to work. And now I'll go in there and make another hole. Because if you got to patch them and move them, it's only better to do one than two. Froggy there. Now let's see how all this turned out. I'm sure I didn't glue everything together. Old lip ripper said I could have CA'd them hinges on there. Yeah, but I don't like to do that. If you got to take it off and redo it, then CA builds up. Glued them bad boys together. There we go. Oh yeah, nice fit. Kind of standing up, bending over this thing just kills my back. Do it for a little bit, then I'm gonna take a break, Oh yeah, that's gonna work out splendidly. Splendidly. I do like gear doors to fit tight. Speaking of gear doors, did you see them little ones of mine hanging open? Them are them little spring-loaded things. I seen one tread on RC Universe, I believe, where an old boy put some tiny air cylinders on them doors. The plans just called for springs. And them springs are just, I don't know, I could try tightening them up first. All I was going to do is nip a little bit off, and see if I can get them to close. I sure like flying that F4. That's a fun airplane to fly. Turns real good, it handles real good. That video was actually, that last landing on that video, that was my worst landing so far. Oh man, I didn't put the screws in that one yet. Oh, I had that working. It's gonna fit nicely though anyway. I'm gonna put the screws in that back side. I'll have to do it after I glue it together. Now, I can just take my screws out and go ahead and take these hinges off now. And I'll get me some High-Sol on a brush. And get these things closed up. And make this just solid High-Sol under them screws. And then I could screw down this way, countersink them, and that'll be a nice glue surface. Nice, nice. So, that's what we're going to do now. Plus, you know, just gluing that whole thing at one time like that, I think more likely to get glued down. You know, now that my curve's set, this is the most important one. And I could always stick them and tape them back on there now. After I take the hinges off. I don't think I'll need to. Take these screws back out. Then get them other ones glued together today like I did these. And man, I'll have these gear doors done. And those ones will be easy. They're just regular gear doors, guys. I'll make a couple more videos of them because you can't screw them on. You gotta glue them in place because of the curve and the angles. And I tried it and it didn't work. I even tried shimming them. I spent a long time on that trying to get it to work, and just couldn't do it. So, if I angled these wood like I did on that side. Oh, they stuck up too much. Yeah, that's what I need to do. Okay, I'll still mess with it. Someone said, yeah, it's talking about that High-Sol and epoxy. The glue's kind of pricey. It's good glue though, you know, but myself, I'm kind of I'll use 2108 and some my pastry bags, you know, and some cotton flock is in my opinion just as good. I've never had that glue fail. But you know, that High-Sol gets hard. It's not a rubbery like a 5-minute epoxy, you know. And that's what my 2108 does. Put some cotton flock in it, little micro balloons, and this stuff gets hard. And my little pastry bags. But Kevin wanted High-Sol. He just used it. Lights it. Said okie dokie. But yeah, the guns are like $30. And they're just these cheap little rinky-dink guns that really don't work very well. Yeah. So I can just glue that and tape it up. And put them back on tomorrow. Sand them up, get them looking pretty. Put the air cylinders on. Air cylinders would be easy, go quick. Fuselage about done. Redo that nose bulkhead, that won't take but an hour. And fuselage about done, guys. I can get this some wings. Get them wings done. Glassing, I'm gonna glass up that Mustang. And then we're gonna get to priming, baby. Kinda didn't think this fuselage would take this long. I never do though. You know, always think I can get stuff done faster than it really takes. But when you got life to deal with as well. Alright, now sit down. Oh, and someone else was asking me about that West Systems. Yeah, you know, if that's what you can get, I would use it. You know, it just costs a lot more money than the stuff that Axton's. You know, that Axton's is a good price, man. But if you can't get it in Australia, you gotta use what you can get, you know. But that West Systems is over $100 a gallon. It gets pretty pricey. Now I would put the tube on this hot salt gun, but I think I'd just end up wasting, well, because I don't want it to squirt out and just get everywhere. And I think that brush is definitely the way to go. That was the first time I ever did it yesterday, and worked out splendidly. There, I said it twice today. Another thing we should probably do is drill a little tiny hole in these liners so the air temperature don't make these gear doors puff up. Have you ever seen them do that? Take them out in the sun and they puff all up, except where we got it glued. If we put a little glue there, it'll puff up around it. But if we drill just one little hole somewhere, even in the side over here, just a tiny hole so it can vent without expanding and contracting. Okay, hot salt. Now I'm just going to squirt it right out of the gun like that. Need a little bit. Hot salt mixing stick. This is good glue though, guys. I mean, no doubt about it. I just don't think, I don't think Kevin, he knows I use 5-minute epoxy a lot, and he didn't want this 5-minute epoxy together. But I do use a lot of 5-minute epoxy. I like 5-minute epoxy. Okay. Oh, and Sunday, it is going to be another gorgeous day. It's actually going to be really nice Friday and Sunday, but I can't afford to go both days. The West is going to go out there Saturday night. See, West has got every Monday off. That means he works every Saturday. So West works Saturday till like 1, 2 o'clock at the latest, I think. Then he usually loads up his motorhome and he's out there for the weekend. Old John Force's cousin just loves this model airplane stuff. So, I talked to him last night and he's going out there Saturday night. So I talked to Calvin, the cameraman. He's going to be out there Sunday. He's worried about losing his job. See, I think that's the big thing about this epoxy right here. Skimming both surfaces. See, because if you just do one and then press them together, there's little voids. You ain't going to get 100% contact with your epoxy. Just because of the nature of fiberglass. Thick spots, thin spots when you're spreading. But this way, both pieces will be 100% covered. And we'll have a really good glue joint. That's important to have a good glue joint. Okay, now, what we have to do is take this together. All right. This out of the way. So we go get some jet flying action in Sunday. Jason, you gonna be in town, bro? You still out working? You load that stuff up, grab her on, and come on down, brother. It's gonna be a beautiful day. 70 degrees, sunshine, 8-mile-an-hour breeze out of the south. That's heaven right there, baby. Gas can full of jet fuel. I gotta go buy jet fuel. That's a dumb chunk. Well, cheaper than hanging out at the bars. But that F4, you know, that thing, it's probably about $12 a flight. Fly that F4. Figure it holds 200 ounces. It's about a gallon and a half. By the time you buy a gallon of fuel, and don't forget about turbine oil. Well, maybe 10 bucks a flight. Well, no, gallon and a half. Yeah. And we don't even want to talk about Tomcat. Glue that for some strange reason. So Tomcat's closer to $20 a flight. That's if you don't break nothing. It goes up from there. Okay, there we go. Now we're talking, baby. Oh, yeah. Dang, jet fuel just ain't cheap anymore. And that'll be one nice gear door right there, man. That dude will just fit perfectly. Perfectly for perfectly. That's the plan anyway. Going through all this trouble like this. Instead of just gluing them together, you know, taking two halves and sticking them and kind of hoping for the best, you know. Damn, there's one. Ain't one more piece of tape. Right here in this corner. If a little bit of glue oozes out and gets on that tape, no big deal. I'll just sand it off. Bam! It's gonna be beautiful right there, baby. Look up there, cylinder. The hinges back on, drill all the way through, countersink them screws. Trucking. Alright guys, there you go. You know where I'm going to be today. I'm going to be right here in the shop. I got to get all these done. I got to get them glued on. I got this one to trim and fit yet. Then I want to get the caps glued on just like I did the others. Then I could tape it all up, flip it over, and these won't be so bad. These will go quick, but I'll make you some videos and show you how I do these. So, until then, we'll see you guys back in the shop.